Good afternoon, everybody, and by everybody, I mean Old Rounder Bro. Good afternoon to you, Old Rounder Bro. Glad to have you in here right now. Let me see here. That looks like it is way off over there. I don't know why that is way off. Keep that there. Yes. This one needs updated. This here. This one. Alright, now you get the price on that. Good. Okay. Done. Looks like that's good. You talking to me? Are you talking to me? Well, you're the only one here. Yes, you are. Old Rounder, glad to have you in here right now. Let's, don't need that. Can throw that away. Absolutely. Don't need that. Don't need this anymore either. No, don't need that. Trash. Alright, good to go. Yeah, Old Rounder Bro, man, I don't know where everybody's at. I did not end up buying that car. They did not put it through the auction. So, hopefully they get it relisted for next week. And hopefully I get another chance at it next week. But let's go through the market and see what's happening so far today. We have got AMC in the top left-hand side of the screen. AMC finished the day at $5.43, down 4 cents on the day today, down 0.73%. GameStop fell into the close. GameStop ended 1.96% lower today, $27.98, sitting at $28 per share after hours. Shiba Inu Coin 1881, down 3.74%. Kind of bottoming out in this area at 1850, bouncing up to 1887, currently sitting at 1881. Bitcoin kind of doing the same thing, bouncing off a low of 63,800, sitting at 64,500 right now, and down about 1.76% on the day today, but still a very nice recovery over the last week and a half here, off 53,000, currently sitting at 64,500, above this nice level of resistance, and just pulling back a little bit today as it sets its eyes on $70,000. Nasdaq getting hit very hard today. The Nasdaq coming down pretty heavy. 2.77% loss is a very steep loss. So the Nasdaq getting hit pretty hard, might be curling over, and unfortunately for anybody watching, it might be on its way back down to test a moving average there. So be very careful if you guys are buying into the Nasdaq right now. Dogecoin sitting at 12.3 cents at the moment, 1.91% lower. 1882 on Shiba Inu Coin. Ethereum sitting at 34.21. Bitcoin sitting at 64,614. The SPY sitting at 556. QQQ sitting at 481. Mullen Auto $1.70 stinking too, man. Touching at $1.69 all-time low. $1.66 all-time low. Must have hit it earlier today. Yep, hit it at the open. $1.66. All-time low today on Mullen Auto. Sundial sitting at 218. Netflix 647. Now somebody asked if Netflix was going to be hitting an all-time high. All-time high 700. Currently sitting at 647. After touching 697. Yeah, I mean it could. It could. Earnings coming out on the 18th. Estimates 453. I don't know what their earnings were there. But yeah, man, if they have good earnings, you could see them gap up and hit an all-time high there. MPW at 483, Tesla 248, Amazon sitting at 187, and Apple sitting at $228, down 2.5% on the day today. Pretty tough day for Apple. Pretty tough day for Amazon, down 2.5%. 3% on Tesla there. We're going to watch Bitcoin. Pretty tough day for everything, man. Everything deep in the red today, causing the overall market to drop 2.77%. That is a very steep decline on the NASDAQ there. Let's see. Hey, what's up, bros? What's going on, Joseph? Glad to have you in here. Claim, prediction, Dogecoin, $1. What would be the price of Shiba Inu Coin? Dogecoin hits $1. Shiba Inu Coin. Dang, dude. You know what? I don't want to say 16,000 points per coin. I think that might be a little much. Let's try to be a little bit more conservative. 12,000 points per coin. Okay? Because I think 16,000 points per coin is around around $100 billion market cap. But I definitely think that Shiba Inu Coin will be hitting all-time highs if Dogecoin's touching $1, right? I think that Shiba Inu Coin will be hitting all-time highs. So let's say somewhere between 12,000 and 16,000 points. Roughly a 10x increase from here. It's not going to be quite a 10x increase. And that's assuming that both of them, yes, are kind of rising at about the same pace. And one of them's not necessarily drastically outpacing the other. They do tend to run kind of with each other. Sometimes Shiba Inu Coin has a little bit better of a gain. If it's a little bit more Elon Musk centric, Dogecoin may have a little bit better of a gain. But yeah, I would imagine somewhere between 12,000 and 16,000 points per coin. Dropping that next zero, maybe an 8x increase from where we are at the moment. It is a price prediction, right? I'm using my crystal ball there. Nothing's guaranteed, but that's what I would imagine you'd be seeing. Spooky Dookie, XRP to the moon, man. I hope everything goes to the moon. Made it. Greetings, bro. What's going on, Alien Head? I need to leave the chat for a bit. It's 1 p.m. here, and I'm off to lunch. Old Rounder, enjoy that lunch, man. Sup, Clay? Sup, Johnny K? Dang, no new Kia. No, Chris, no new Kia. So I got down there, and they didn't run it through. I knew that they were waiting to get some keys made, and apparently they have not gotten the keys made yet. And instead of running it through without the keys and potentially, you know, having guys like me bid on it and lowball them even more than they should, I guess they're going to wait to get the keys made. So hopefully they get it lined up to go through next week. And hopefully next week is a little bit cheaper of a week than this week. Last week was seemingly very cheap based on the post-sale results that I saw. This week, my dad and I were down there watching this stuff go, and some stuff was a decent deal. Other stuff was still very expensive. So today was, I would say, a little bit more expensive than I would have liked. But, hey, they didn't run it through this week, man. You never know. It might be thunderstorming next week. Nobody might want to go to the auction. And they might run that bad boy through, and I might get a decent deal there. So, no new Kia this week. We might be checking back next week to watch it go. Clay, I'm fairly new to DEX tools. Is it possible for me to be able to sell my WAI on DEX at the day of launch, or will I have to sell through Uniswap? So, I don't use DEX tools, right? Use Uniswap. Okay, but I don't connect my wallet to DEX tools. The way that I think that it will work, though, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never traded with DEX tools, but DEX Swap right here. Okay, it's just an aggregator. Hold on, I gotta refresh this page. This page, DEX tools never loads, right? Got it. So you I gotta move this over so you can kind of see it. So on the left hand side of the screen there, you can see that you can connect your wallet to DEX tools. And you can see that this trade is being provided by OKX. Now, I don't know if OKX is going to allow you to trade WienerDog AI. I think you might have to go directly on Uniswap right off the bat. They may allow you, like it may be powered by Uniswap, but at that point, dude, I think you might just be paying a little bit of an additional fee to trade WienerDog AI directly on DEX tools. I think it is a lot easier. Yeah, get rid of that there. I think it is a lot easier if at that point you would just... well, this is fine. Let's just click this. I don't want to use that one. Let's use Uniswap. I think it's a lot easier if you come out, click Uniswap here. It's going to pull up Uniswap, right? And from there, you can connect your wallet and make the trade. Or you can simply go to Uniswap on your on your phone and do it directly through the wallet on your phone, however you would like to do it. But you can click trade, you can click swap here, pull up Uniswap, move Ethereum over to, I don't know, just pretend that ApeCoin is WienerDog AI. You would simply swap your WienerDog AI for Ethereum at that point. I think it's going to be easier if you just plan on using Uniswap. I've never connected my wallet to Dex Tools and traded directly through Dex Tools like that. So, completely up to you, man, if you want to give it a shot and try it. But I think you might be better off just going directly through Uniswap. Bit of a correction going on in markets, huh? Yeah, and you know what? I don't necessarily know why. Like, I get it. Bitcoin and stuff might be pulling back a little bit today, as it's had a very nice run over the last, like, 6-7 days. But the market, dude, I really don't know why the market got hit so hard today. NASDAQ was down almost 3% on the day today. That's a pretty strong decline. Roth long-term retirement portfolio combined to close down 6.58%. Dang. Single worst day in the history of the account, just under 2,000 down on the day, but I ain't scared. There you go, Frank. Yeah, man, 6%. Sounds like a normal hour in the cryptocurrency market. But dude, it is a rough day out there today. Rough day out. Dude, the NASDAQ down 2.77% should show you that, yeah, dude, I mean, 6% declines, nothing too crazy, knowing that the overall market had declined by almost 3% of the day. Ask the 8-ball. All right, 16,000. 8-ball. Will Shiba Inu coin hit 16,000 points per coin? Don't count on it. Don't count on it. All right, well, don't break my screen. Don't count on it, Giovanni. 8-ball says that Shiba Inu coin, we shouldn't count on it hitting 16,000. So maybe that 12,000 was a little bit more accurate. Clint, can you use a stop loss on Dex? I'm mainly using Uniswap. You know, I don't think that any of these decentralized exchanges allow you to use stop losses. I think if you're going to be using stop losses, you have to use a centralized exchange, or you have to connect some sort of like a Telegram trading bot to your wallet. So as far as I know, those are the only ways that I know you can use a stop loss. If somebody knows of a different way, please put it in the chat right now. Let us all know. Give us some insight. But you know, I guess the entire idea of decentralization is not giving anybody else access to your crypto. And if you're using a decentralized exchange and you're kind of leaving it connected and allowing them to kind of trade your crypto, it's their crypto at that point, since they have access to your wallet. So I think that's why a lot of decentralized exchanges don't allow stop losses, take profits, and so on. But a lot of people set up and trust trading bots. You see all of these transactions coming across on a lot of tokens, and a lot of them are bots. So you can set up like a Telegram bot to go in and make trades for you. Of course, you have to give it access to your wallet. People do it, though. People do it. I don't know what would happen, let's say, if Telegram got hacked somehow, or, you know, I don't know how somebody would steal your crypto that way. But, yeah, you could set up some sort of a Telegram bot, or you'd have to be trading on a centralized exchange. Excellent, thanks, mate. Absolutely alien head intelligence. Shiba Inu Bulto Ahoo Nufo. Yes, man. What's up, bros? What's going on, Maurice? Hey, I know I would have held Doge to 50 cents, just like I've been holding Shiba since May 8th of 2021. But once Doge dropped from 70 cents to 50 cents, would have been happy with $50 million. Oh my god, dude. $50 million. Yes. Giovanni, I would also be happy with $50 million. Dude, let's... Oh my gosh. let's collectively make $50 million. I think we got like the OG bros in here right now. Usually you guys are the first ones in here. This bull market peak, okay? Let's call it 2025 going into 2026. By my birthday in 2026, we should be in the bear market at that point based on the 4-year cycle. Let's all have a total accumulation of $50 million. If you're in, let me know if you're in, man. But my gosh, dude, I say let's get started, man. I say let's get started. Let's do it. Oh man, we only gotta make a couple winners out there, and we'll hit 50 million combined. I wish I could become successful in the stock market. I've been trying for years, but haven't made anything. Maybe one day it'll become true for me. Yeah, so LNO 2015. I've actually been thinking a lot about that lately, okay? And in myself included, right? I've seen a lot of bad trades over the years, and it really makes me think, why? Why does it seem as though all of these old guys have apparently done very well? Why does it seem as though these Wall Street tycoons are making so much money, but it seems that retail it gets kicked? Why does it seem that every retail investor always says that the market is rigged and manipulated, that it is corrupt, that you go in there and the stock goes down and you lose money? You get out and the stock goes up and you make money. The best that I can come up with, okay, is that because of retail investors' emotions, we act on them, man. You know, these old guys, Warren Buffett, and I think Charlie Munger's dead, but these guys that have made it, it's, in a sense, they might be gatekeeping something, okay, but they're not. They're telling you. When they say the market is, like when Warren Buffett says that the market is a transfer of wealth from the impatient to the patient. Retail investors are impatient. They're going to lose their money, and they're going to give it to those who don't have a time frame, who are very patient. If you go in there and you listen to what these old guys say, it's time to buy property when there's blood in the streets. It's time to be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. All of that stuff sounds good. Buy low and sell high. All of that stuff sounds so primitive, so basic, that of course it should be so easy to make money. I mean, we're looking at companies that are growing. We're looking at a cryptocurrency industry that is growing. Now, if we weed out some of the rug-pulling losers in the cryptocurrency space, and you weed out some of the rug-pulling losers in the stock market space, Molinado, AMC, these guys that go out farming, that go out and dilute their companies into oblivion so that they can make money through dilution instead of actually running a company. Once you weed out the rug-pulling losers, all you have to do at that point is, it's very difficult, go against your every emotional desire, right? And that's hard. It's very hard because retail investors want to buy when things are ripping higher. They say, dang it, I'm missing out on all this. I want to get in. The emotion of greed pops up, and then they buy. They unfortunately buy as things are at all-time highs, when euphoria is setting in. And then the cycle takes place, and it falls down. Well, instead of holding through the next cycle and maybe getting in at the wrong time, but being able to hold a good company or a good token through a bear market pullback, they get scared. And then the fear drives them to sell. What they've just done is bought high and sold low. Now, that's the exact opposite of what we just said to do. But emotion drives decisions. So, yeah, man, LNO, I'm right there with you, dude. If we act emotionally, if we're living off the greed and the fear, we will lose. If you're willing to ignore all of that, if you're willing to invest logically and do the exact opposite of what you want to do, I mean, nothing's guaranteed, but that's what the people who are successful do. So you got to keep that in mind, man. It's not easy to ignore your emotion and your desires, but you got to do it. Let's see. Any opinion on the RWA tokens? Thank you, man. TDF Blast, yeah. So RWA tokens have been doing very well. I would be very, very careful with them. I know they're rather new. RWA tokens are very similar to securities, okay? And they may have a lot of trouble moving forward. I don't know how they're pan out when regulation cracks down on them. But dude, real world asset token, buying it into a business and then feeding off of that business's revenue, that's the definition of a security. Going out there and somebody's got £1 million of gold, buying into the real world gold asset and having ownership of that gold at that point through tokenization. That's a security, man. Ownership is a security. So I don't know. I think people are making a lot of money. They're popular at the moment, but dude, if the SEC starts cracking down on them, and it's not like a commodity and considered a commodity, and it's considered ownership in a business, then people are going to have a lot of problems with securities at that point. Check the chart for PEPE. I'm definitely sure it's going to hit an all-time high this week. I'm adding more to my big bag. I love it. Johnny K, man. Very, very good here. Let's pull up PEPE, see where this bad boy is at. I think it's this one, right? Yes. $140 million market cap. Very likely to hit an all-time high this week. Actually, dude, setting up some nice higher lows being hit there. Now, it came down a little bit aggressive here, but jumped right back up. So, boom, tapping it. Boom, tapping it. Boom, coming down, almost tapping it, but hitting this horizontal level of support. And rising nicely off of that. So, PEPE sitting at $141 million there. Very nice, dude. I think you ended up getting in somewhere in this range down in here. So, beautiful rally off of your holding area. And I hope that it does, man. Dude, you only need like a 7x increase from here. And you got retirement level money. Oh, jeez. Dude, if mommy and daddy would only 7x too. Holy smokes. Hurrah! Smoke a green one. Michael, what does that mean? Heck, by then I should have 2 billion SHIB. I hope I can make it out of the bull market. Let's get it, Jeremiah. Let's get it. Become a bro. Hey, Kimmy's son, man. I like it. You too. I wish my mom would have taught me about investing in stocks when I was a little kid. I would be rich. I would invest in small things that are now major. Yeah, Giovanni. In people though, people are impatient, right? It's nice to look at that going back and say, dang, dude, if I would have bought Disney when I was a little kid and I 100x'd, if I would have bought Pepsi, you would have bought these larger companies that were very small in price. Would have bought McDonald's when I was a little kid, would have 100x'd on my money there, and you'd have so much money. Dude, I know no kid wants to invest their birthday money, right? My nephew, I just bought him a ton of Pokemon cards. I've been lowballing people on eBay for like 2 weeks now, and I got him a ton of Pokemon cards, man. Kid, well, hello, yes. Dang, dude, she's so light. I don't even think she presses the keys when she jumps up here. He's got like 145 packs of Pokemon cards that he's going to be able to open all summer long. The whole point of the story was, last night we were at Taco Tuesday, and I'm like, kid, you're going to have so many Pokemon cards that, maybe you should keep some of them sealed. I see a lot of these Pokemon cards selling on eBay, and you got a much better chance of making a lot of money if you don't open the pack. He almost cried. He's like, well, why? I want to open it. I want to see what's inside. I want to see the cards. So, you can't expect some of these kids to go invest their birthday money. They're going to want to go spend it. They're going to want to go buy some Pokemon cards. They're going to want to go out there and buy a video game. They've got kind of like zero concept of this could be worth something more in the future. It's how much fun can I have right now in the present. So, yeah, dude, it's almost like your mom would have had to have done that for you, depending on what age you're talking about. But, yeah, dude, everybody should be setting something aside for the future and building up. Heroes, set rules and have contingencies. You have to be mechanical. Dude, the moment you become emotional, you're setting yourself up to lose. It's why retail investors believe that the market is rigged. If you think that the market is rigged, just do what the institutions and whales are doing. Do what those that are rigging the market are doing. And they are being patient. They're buying when things are low. They're buying when you're afraid. They're buying the dip, and it dips again. They're buying that dip, and so on. They do have unlimited money so that they can continue going out there and buying and buying and buying, and they have unlimited time as well. Institutions never die. So it's not like they have to make this amount of money by the time they retire. Dude, if all of a sudden you changed your mindset, right, and you said to yourself, you know what, this is not going to be for me. It's too hard at this point. I am an emotional being. It's not going to make it. It's not going to make it for my kid. Okay? We're giving myself a 50-year time frame. We're giving my kid, add another 20 onto that. We're good. 70-year time frame. No. You essentially set up a trust. You set up your own institution. It might not be you. It might not be your kid, but it might be your grandkid. It might be his kids. All of a sudden, this trust that you set up, it does live forever. This trust has no limits in terms of time. And eventually, it will grow. Imagine if your great-grandpa set up a trust and I don't know, put Ford in it, or AT&T in it, or some sort of a company in it 70, 80, 90 years ago, right? He didn't even have to put a ton of money in there. But now all of a sudden, you're talking about accumulation over an 80-year period. Imagine if your grandpa would have put Apple in it back in 1980. Okay, he bought Apple at 15 cents, and now it's trading at $230. If all of a sudden you take the time constraint off, it's almost like, dude, it's guaranteed wealth generation at that point. Look, man, I don't know if you and I would, if we bought Bitcoin today, unless something crazy happens, I don't know if you and I are going to hit major gains. But if all of a sudden you went out there and you buried your Trezor wallet, and not in the backyard, it might lose it due to moisture conditions in the backyard. But all of a sudden, 100 years from now, you opened it up, and even if you bought the largest cryptocurrencies or the top 1,000 cryptocurrencies out there right now, some of them will survive. Some of them will thrive. You'd be sitting on 1,000x gains. So let's say you spent the next 10 years accumulating for not you, but your future generations. Guaranteed millionaires. Tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions of dollars. If all of a sudden we lose this idea of it's got to be now and it's got to be me. It's a guaranteed game winner, man. Imagine if you invested in certain things 20, 30 years ago. Giovanni, exactly, man. And you know what? Giovanni, I don't know, right? I mean, it's going to be the same thing 20 to 30 years from now. Am I sitting here thinking, you know what, dude? When I'm 55, that's when I want to hit it. When I'm 65, that's when I want to hit it. No, I want to hit it when I'm 35, right? I want to hit it this year. I want to do it now. But if you remove the time constraint, it becomes so easy to do. It's incredible. Hey, once PEPE hits $1 billion market cap, I'm sending you a very expensive mattress. Johnny K, man. Thank you. You know what, Johnny K? I might accept that, man. I don't sleep good at all. I really don't sleep good at all. I get a lot of sleep, right? I am in bed for an 8-hour time frame, but I don't sleep good at all. It could be the mattress. I don't know. It could be me. Maybe my mind's trying to go too much. I don't know. But I don't sleep good at all. I wake up so many times throughout the night. If you hit $1 billion market cap on PEPE, I don't want to accept an expensive mattress from anybody. But if you hit retirement level money and you want to send me a very nice mattress, all right, you can send me a very nice mattress. I'll accept that, Johnny K. A good night's sleep is probably worth more than the cost of the mattress. So let's put it that way. Sleep is very important. So I would appreciate that. It's really all about patience for real. Wayne, retail investors don't have the patience. You know what I mean? And I completely get it. Nobody wants to think about the future. But dude, if you hit yourself with a guaranteed win because you take the stupid time frame out of it, I mean, dude, it's guaranteed at that point, right? Imagine buying anything 20, 30 years ago, like Giovanni said. It's crazy. This dude is like a living, breathing meme. You better believe it, dude. You better believe it. I'm here to have some fun in life. I'm here to entertain in life. I'm here to make you smile in life. You better believe that I'm a living, breathing meme, man. Tie the dollar to Bitcoin. That's the funniest stuff I've ever heard. Yeah, I don't know if you could tie the dollar to Bitcoin. They definitely wouldn't do that. SpokeBot. Michael, I've never done that in my life. Gotcha, bro. Johnny K, appreciate you. Noodle name. Translate to English, please. Ethereum. Looks like Ethereum we got there. Sleep apnea, dude. Hey, sea breeze. Could be. I've never really looked into sleep apnea, but I sleep horrible. I sleep horrible every single night. It's crazy. Dude, I might have like one night a year where I'm like, wow, that was refreshing. I wake up every morning like a friggin' train hit me. It's almost like, why do I go to sleep in the first place? I go to bed, I'm not that tired. I wake up, I feel like I got hit by a truck. Sleep is easy when you remove the sleep constraint. I would like to remove the sleep constraint, yes. Smoking will definitely put you out, but your sleep quality gets worse, like REM and deep sleep wise. Geez, 1 sec. There's no way. Like, I can fall asleep, but the sleep quality is already bad enough. Like, I can fall asleep, but sleep quality is absolutely horrible. I just wake up too much, and I don't know what it is. Sleep study and find out. Yeah, I probably could do something like that, Seabreeze. I don't know. I don't know, man. You do a sleep study like that, though, and then they find out if something's wrong with you, not if something's wrong with your mattress, because you're not sleeping on your own mattress when you do a sleep study, right? I think a family friend, I think she still works, does that. You go to the hospital and you get hooked up to all those nodes and everything, and they do these sleep studies and stuff. But, dude, who the heck is going to sleep well when they're hooked up to all these things, got somebody watching them sleep? Forget that. I ain't sleeping well when I know I got somebody watching me sleep. Bro, what is the best broker? Oh, FX. Completely up to you, man. I really like Webull in terms of the stock market, right? I think that they're an excellent broker. A lot of people like Robinhood. I don't care for Robinhood too much. Some people prefer Fidelity. But I think Webull has a lot of excellent information. They allow you to trade options. You could do stocks. I really like their layout and their user interface. I like their, it's very simple to use. So I like Webull. There are some other platforms that you can use out there, but I've been using Webull for quite some time now, and I would recommend them. If you guys want to use them, there's a link in the description for Webull. As far as cryptocurrency brokers or exchanges, completely up to you. There's links for ones down in the description for those. But I've been doing a lot, if not all, of my trading and buying on decentralized exchanges lately. Prior to that, I really liked KuCoin, but you're not allowed to use KuCoin in the United States anymore. So after the first exchange, let's put it this way. First crypto exchange was, I think, Coinbase, but I never used it. Crypto.com, I did use. KuCoin, that was my favorite centralized exchange. They stopped allowing you to use KuCoin. So then I was using Crypto.com again. But now, unless I'm like buying the burn Shiba Inu coin, I use Coinbase for that. It's basically all decentralized exchanges at this point. I wake up a lot, though. I wake up a lot through the night as well. If I exercise often, I notice it helps. Just don't work out right before you sleep. Small amounts of melatonin can help. I use Children's Strength 1 milligram. Yeah, that might be a good idea, Joseph. I don't know. I notice, like, if I take that, or if I take, because not a lot, but every now and then I'll have to take a Benadryl before I go to bed because my allergies from the cats or from the seasonal allergies will be just ridiculous. I'll be a snotty mess, so I'll take some Benadryl and go to bed. It's almost like a fake sleep when you take a Benadryl or something like that. Yeah, I could fall asleep. Dude, I could fall asleep if there was a rock concert going on. If I took a Benadryl, but it's almost like a fake sleep when I do that, dude. I never wake up refreshed or anything after taking a Benadryl and going to sleep like that. But I'll do whatever it takes to help stay asleep all night. He used FTX. No, I actually never used FTX. Voyager, I did get screwed on Voyager. I forgot about that one. I actually really liked Voyager too. Voyager was probably the simplest layout that I had ever seen on a cryptocurrency exchange, and I liked Voyager. But Voyager ripped the rug out, and Voyager took a lot of money. And I just got an email today that said that they got a class action lawsuit against them right now. So there's still hope, man. Maybe 10 years from now, like all the guys are getting repaid for Mt. Gox right now. Maybe 10 years from now, I'll be getting half my Voyager money back. Timmy, thank you very much for the super chat. Tim says, old man advice. Do everything in your life like you're the third ape on Noah's ramp and it's starting to rain. I have a to-do list every single day. Number 1, survive. Number 2, succeed. Number 3, care. Dang it, dude, I like it. If I survive, then I try to succeed. If I succeed, then I try to care. Dang it. Tim, that might be some of the best advice that anybody could ever give anybody else, man. 3 simple steps to success in life. I like it, dude. I like it. Count 1,000 sheep. I would never be able to make it to 1,000. Great resources. I'd fall asleep well before I hit 1,000. Number 1, yeah, Gorshin bag. That is, God, dude, that might be the best advice that. It might be the best sleep advice that you've ever given. I will. Let me say this too. Farm work will have you sleeping like a baby. Timothy. And you know what? That could be a part of it as well. Guys, I spend a ton of time in front of these blue light screens, these ring lights, on my phone all day long. It's not strenuous work. Right? If you go to bed tired, like if you're physically tired and exhausted when you go to bed, it's not physically exhausting. It's mentally exhausting sometimes, looking at crypto all day long, looking at these charts all day long, talking, coming up with content, trying to be creative all day long. It gets you mentally, but it's not physically exhausting, dude. So that could be a part of it. Farm work will have you sleeping like a baby. I believe it, dude. If you work hard all day long, you're gonna wanna go to sleep, and you're probably gonna get a better night's sleep because of that. But yeah, Gorshin bag, man. Gorshin bag is 100% correct. 3 things, and it all boils down basically to volatility and leverage. If you trade Forex, okay, you're not gonna sleep well. If you trade crypto, you're not gonna sleep well. If you trade stock options, if you're out there buying and selling, not necessarily like Frank does in selling, but if you're out there buying calls and puts, the leverage of holding overnight, it can be very nerve-wracking. You're going to be racking your brain all night long, which is why, Gorshin Bag, one of the most important things, okay? I'm in some cryptocurrencies pretty heavy, right? I am borderline savage at this point, where it doesn't faze me too much, man. I have had plenty of reckless nights thinking about stuff, and I started in Forex, dude, probably. Gosh, I don't even know what year, man. 2010. I don't even know. I'm just making that. It might have even been before that. 2009. So yeah, dude, I know what it's like. And that's why I always tell people, if you were one of the best ways that you can know if you have too much, too little, how much you should invest in something, if you're losing sleep over it, if you're laying in bed at night thinking, dang it, man, if this goes down just a little bit more, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to bust my leverage. It's going to margin call me. I'm going to lose my trade. If that's the kind of stuff that it's going through your brain at night before you go to sleep, you got too much invested, man. You got way too much invested. Hoodro, this morning I saw it getting crushed in pre-market. I didn't even look until after the market closed. Watching it won't change it. 100% true, man. 100% true. Frank, and that is one of the reasons, right, why I think that so many people don't watch these live streams, don't watch the videos, try to get out of the market when prices are getting hit, when they're going slow, when things are bad. They don't want to see it. They cannot stand to see it. Now, unfortunately, you should have an idea of what is going on, because if you can buy the dip, if you can buy the lower prices, it's going to be beneficial for you. But yeah, a lot of people do. They just walk away. It's tough. I can't necessarily do that. I've got to know where these prices are. I can't just have a blank screen on here, so I basically have to force myself to watch it if the market's getting blasted today and tomorrow and the next day, like it was for 6 straight weeks since the beginning of June into July. There, nothing but down days. We sit here, we live through it, man, and it'll. I mean, dude, it turns you into a savage. You basically become emotionless to it. Benadryl correct. Crap sleep. Melatonin, split a 5 milligram in half. Turn a boring show on that you've already watched. Put under your tongue. But do it at about 9:30 to 10. I'm 100% like you. Yeah, see Long Acre, man. Sometimes I'll watch Bob Barker at night before I go to bed. If I'm just scrolling through my phone or whatever, I'll put The Price is Right on. And, yeah, you could be out in no time, dude. Especially if you're already laying down or if your head's up against the side of the couch or whatever. Yeah, you could be out in no time doing that. It's not a bad idea, man. It's not a bad idea. But Benadryl, dude. I could fall asleep at a rock concert if I took some Benadryl. I'm telling you that right now. And my allergies are bad, dude. So I take Benadryl. I'm taking 2 Benadryls, and I am out. Melatonin is better than Benadryl. Just don't take a lot of it, in my opinion. I just wouldn't recommend taking full strength if you can give you weird dreams. Child strength melatonin is good. I wouldn't mix it too. Oh, I wouldn't. Yeah, dude, I would never mix melatonin and Benadryl. I don't even know if I'd ever wake up. I'd fall asleep so hard, dude. I'd fall asleep so hard. You guys would be like, "Where's Clay, bro?" Well, he's been sleeping for the last 3 weeks. He finally woke up. Daddy Coin was sitting at $3 when he woke up. Mother was sitting at $1.80, and he woke up and took his profit on those. Very nice. Very nicely done. He slept for 3 weeks and made it happen. Gosh, dude, could you imagine? I get an Ambien from the VA. I play a game. 1 Ambien, 4 beers. See how long I can walk around. Tim, I don't know, man. That sounds like a pretty hard game to play. Dude, you ever win? Like, is there a win? Or is it just like, what's your record, man? I'd like to hear more about Doge 2014. Okay, Joseph. Yeah, Doge 2014, man. So, I posted a video on that earlier. If you guys haven't seen it, I don't have a referral link for that one. Doge 2014 came through the marketing company that I work with. Let me just tell you where it came from, right? I don't know if I will be getting a referral link for that one or not. How it works, these companies, they can kind of test the marketing company, or these projects, they can test the marketing company out and use them to get some videos and so on. If they become a client of the marketing company, then I'll get a specific referral link and so on. You can still use that link in the description of my video, pull up the website. It's just that they're not dishing affiliate links or anything like that because they're not working with the marketing company yet. Because of that, they tend to sell out much, much slower. If they're not willing to pay for marketing, they tend to sell out much, much slower. Shiba Shootout was that way for a very long time, unwilling to work with, unwilling, I guess, to contract the marketing company. And Wiener Dog AI actually started out that way as well, but very quickly, Wienerdog AI caught on and hired the marketing company and all that stuff. And that's why they have already done $7.5 million in sales, and they're getting ready to launch. So Doge 2014 right now, the way their tokenomics work, and they may be subject to change. I would imagine they might change a little if they do decide to contract the marketing company. But only 5% of their tokens, I think there was 100 million. So only 5 million. Only 5 million tokens will be set aside for marketing. It's very low compared to a lot of these other pre-sales. So in my opinion, they're not going to sell out that fast. They would have to change things or have a major bull market come up and people get very excited about it. But dude, right now they're offering 11,550% staking rewards. That's like stupid high, man. You're going to be doubling your money every 3 days at that rate. And it's most likely going to continue to be elevated. You know, my reach is not going to sell out that token. So they're not going to allocate a ton of money to marketing. I think that they're going to be sitting in the pre-sale stages for a rather long time. And therefore, you're going to be sitting in some very nice staking rewards for a very long time. So not a huge benefit to me if anybody goes out there and buys into it. What if you buy into Doge 2014? I would imagine, or I would be prepared to be in the pre-sale stages for a while because of their marketing allocation. But dude, 11,550% is a 115x increase on an annualized basis. So, my God, dude, if they took a year to launch and you bought $1,000 worth, man, you're sitting on that many tokens. Holy smokes. That's the benefit to that one. That's the way that I see that one. So, kick it around for yourself. I think it'll be in pre-sale for a while, but they're offering some stupid high rewards right now. Watch Golden Girls. C. Long Acre says, all right, I raise you your Bob Barker prices, right? Watch the Golden Girls. That might help you a little bit more. I'm going to be doing hay next weekend. You want to sleep? Come out and chuck some bales with me. Yeah, Tim, I might do that after all the live streams and everything. Might drive over and help you chuck some bales of hay for a while. I take melatonin, but it's iffy. Taking teeny tiny doses can work better than the standard 3 milligram. Hey, and you know what? Yeah, old rounder. It might, dude. Maybe not even enough to make you sleepy, but just enough to help you sleep. You know what I mean? Yeah, Corey. So my predictions, and I want you to be very clear that they're predictions, they're guesses. Nobody knows where it's going to go. My predictions for Bitcoin be 100 to 150. That's my prediction. Some other people out there much more bullish think 200 to 250. But I'm the guy that's sitting here thinking 100 to 150 is doable during this bull market. And I don't know what the catalyst is going to be for a pullback. But dude, retail is paper hands, right? Bitcoin rips up to 100, 150,000 on retail interest. Trust me when I tell you they're going to hit their 20% gain and they're going to be out faster than you know about it because they're going to be getting in on the top when they're greedy. And then as soon as it pulls back a little bit, they panic sell and get very, very afraid very quickly. And we might be in for another bear market after that. My record is waking up naked in front of a barn with an empty jar of pickle relish and a spoon next to me. Oh my God. Well, I'm glad that never happened to me, Tim. Wow. Oh my gosh. According to 3 years in Fed, what? I did 3 years in Fed Max. It didn't happen there. It won't happen anywhere. Something. What is Fed Max? You know what that is. Let's see. Trying to change my mind about staking. That's for sure. Yeah, Joseph. I will say this, though, right? If, if twice as many people come in and stake. I don't remember where the total tokens staked were, what amount that was. But if twice as many people come in and stake, those rewards are going to get cut in half. So it is one thing where you kind of have to make a decision sooner rather than later. Because those numbers won't stay that elevated forever. Especially if they kick up their marketing. I mean, if they don't kick it up, dude, if they only allocate 5% of their supply for marketing, I don't know. I don't think they're going to do much marketing, and I don't think they'll sell out very quickly. And then you can be sitting there earning stupid rewards. Now, the rewards are paid out, right? The rewards are paid out in Dogecoin, or in Doge 2014. So, you know, you're going to want Doge 2014 to be successful. But, dude, if you're willing to hold, or if you just want to set aside $100 and you're not going to worry about it. Now, if you go out there and buy 10 grand worth and you're like, dude, I wish I had my 10 grand back, and this pre-sale is like 5 months long, you might be like, well, I should have stayed liquid with my 10 grand. Okay, but dude, if you throw $100 in, it might turn into freaking 10 grand if the thing takes 6 months to 6 months to launch, right? So that's my opinion on it. That's my opinion based on the tokenomics. They could change. They could ramp up marketing. They could do all of that. But that's the way I see it right now. I would have liked if they would have contracted the marketing company, and it would bode a little bit more, bode well for me if people wanted to buy in or stuff like that. But yeah, right now they're just an external client, I guess, testing out the marketing company and so on. Man of his rock. Yeah, Seabreeze. Listen, all of the pre-sales. Okay, the ones that come through the marketing company and so on, none of them have been. Okay, somebody could always do something stupid, but none of them have been rug pulls in the sense that the team comes in, takes everybody's money, and doesn't launch the token. Every single one of the pre-sales that I've talked about has launched the token, and every single one has actually launched the token with at least a chance to make a 40% gain. Now, some of them have sold off very quickly afterwards, and some of them, bounced back nicely after the initial sell-off too. But every single one has at least provided the opportunity for a gain on launch day. From there, dude, and I'll just be honest, right? Some of the teams have done very well, and they're trying to market. They try to do all of that. But some of them, they kind of fade out because the community doesn't build up strong enough. But I have seen at least a 40% gain on every single one. The only one that I actually lost out on was Dogecoin 20. But that was my fault too. I had a 50% gain on launch day. I let it come down about a week in or so. I panic sold. From the level that I panic sold at, it 3x'd. From the level that it bottomed out at, it 7x'd. So, that was, I lost a decent amount of money on that too. But I can't blame anybody but myself on that one because I missed it. I missed the gain on launch day. And I panic sold before it bounced back up. So, nothing I could do about that, man, except blame myself on that. But all the other ones, dude, I 3x'd on Meme Combat. I made 70% on Scotty AI. I made 40% on what the heck was the one that just Dogeverse. Slothana was the best one. I 5x'd on Slothana. I actually got out of the peak on Slothana, which was very cool. So Slothana I 5x'd on. That was a beautiful one. I'm trying to think, dude. I've made money except on every single one except for Dogecoin 20. I lost a decent amount on that, but it was my fault. Shiba Doge, will the 3 ill, man? I think all of these little tokens, Shiba Doge, Baby Doge, all of that stuff, they're gonna need a bull market, right? The smaller the token is, you're gonna need a bull market to excite and make people greedy, and then those little tokens do very well. We're Farmy. Down, in an earlier round. Farmy keeps going down, swinging. 58 cents. 58 cents. Farmy hitting some nice all-time lows. 58 cents. You can't even see it. You got to go to the hourly chart. Farmy sitting at 58 cents right now. Absolutely horrific price action. And Bitcoin. Bitcoin coming back down a little bit right now. Curling back over off 64,700. Bitcoin coming back down testing 64,400 at the moment. Shiba Inu Coin curling down as well. We're going to have to watch how this plays out here. But it is 5 o'clock, guys. So we're going to be watching Bitcoin into the evening now. And we'll get your names in the chat. We'll do some shout-outs. And hopefully the cryptocurrency market decides to turn back up, move higher, and so on. Solana seems quiet. And you know what, dude? A lot of these tokens, they launched at horrible times. This last month and a half, almost 2 full months now, since June 5th, horrible time, dude. Dogeverse launched, and the day Dogeverse launched is the day that Bitcoin started its decline. Very difficult price action to launch a new token. When people are afraid, they're even afraid to buy Bitcoin. So they're definitely afraid to buy the little tokens. That's the emotion that I'm talking about, man. If you could do what others are afraid to do, you're going to be making money. Well, guys, get your name in the chat. We'll do some shout-outs. We will be back. We'll be back tomorrow. We got videos coming out tonight. Please watch them. Please like them. As you guys can tell, views are very, very low. So I appreciate all of the support. And thank you guys very much for it, man. Joseph, have a great evening. Seabreeze, see you later, man. Corey Johnson, have a great one. Will, the 3 ills, see you later, man. Tim, enjoy your evening. Tim, Alien Head Tim. We got Aiden, see you later. Alien, we got Seabreeze, Rasib, see you later. Great resources. Have a great evening. Seabreeze, see you later. Will, the 3 ills, see you later, man. Tim, enjoy it. Mats, Rasib, Tim, Alien Head, all of you guys. You know what time it is. You want to say it with me. Say it with me. Till the next time. Hope to each and every one of you have an awesome day.